Hello and welcome back to another episode of Agent Adventures. It's been a while. As I warned at the end of the last video, I'm only going to be doing occasional episodes of this series because so far it hasn't done that well as far as views are concerned, but I do enjoy it, so I will be producing the occasional episode of this. So I'm going to kick off today's episode by doing some speed crop harvesting. There's something about harvesting crops in Minecraft that I find so satisfying, and while we're doing this I'll fill you in on my plans for today's episode. So we're going to start off by doing some trading with our local villagers using the crops that we are harvesting, and we're also going to do a spot of mining because I'm quite anxious to get my XP up to 30 levels because I really want to get a fortune pickaxe before I mine any of the diamonds that I've found. And today we're also going to be doing a spot of building. For quite a while now I've had a plan to build something on the hill above the farm, and we'll see what this is later on. So we are going to trade with our resident villagers, and this guy wants wheat and beetroot. So we're going to see how many emeralds we can get out of him. Not that many actually, he locked me out of the trade quite quickly there. So let's trade some beetroots. And this is a good use for all of our crops. Get ourselves some XP and some emeralds. And there we go, this guy's done, but he might be upgraded now. I'm hoping he's upgraded. There we go. Farmer apprentice. So he now wants our pumpkins, which is really good. So we'll sell him some pumpkins. And we'll buy some pumpkin pie as well, because it wouldn't take that much to get him upgraded to an even higher level. So I don't really want pumpkin pie, but we can buy some anyway. I think it's quite a good food source. Is he upgraded? Hello? Are you upgraded yet? Do I have to buy more pumpkin pie? Hello? Maybe we have to walk away from him and come back. I know we just upgraded him to apprentice, but he should be a higher level now. Oh, he's got particles? Yay! Now he's upgraded to an even higher level. Awesome. So he's now a journeyman. Although wanting melons doesn't really help us because we don't have a silk touch tool yet. So we can't really harvest the whole melons. And I don't really want to buy cookies. Much as they're cool and all, I don't really want to buy cookies. So we're going to go back home now, and we're going to craft ourselves another diamond pickaxe, and it would be great if we could get fortune on this. I'm going to put it in place. Efficiency 3, so I don't know if that will have anything else with it, but oh well, we can still aim for that. So we're going to go and do a spot of mining now. I'm going to put that pickaxe away, and we're going to make our way into the mining hut and go down the ladder into the mines. While we're doing this, I'll say that I tried out the new Minecraft snapshot, the one that has the bees, and I absolutely love the bees. They are so cute, but unfortunately loading that snapshot seemed to absolutely kill my relatively old computer, so I won't be playing on that snapshot, and I'll hope for a bit of performance improvement on that. It took a very long time to load up Minecraft. It wasn't even in the game. Oh, hello, we've got some more diamonds. I really need that fortune pick. So yeah, as I was saying, loading up Minecraft took absolutely forever with the new snapshots, so I won't be playing that for the time being unless things improve a bit. So at the moment we're on 1.14.4, and we have found ourselves a bit of ocean here. This is going to be a bit of a pain because I want to keep my tunnel straight and on the same level, because this is no ordinary mine. What I'm aiming to do here is to eventually build a tunnel all the way to that tiger biome that we found in an earlier episode. So I'm going right underneath all of the ocean, and I'm going to link up the two locations via a very long minecart tunnel, so that we don't have to go all across the ocean if we want to get to the tiger biome. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the magma blocks for air by crouching on top of them they give us air, and I'm creating a boxed in cobblestone tunnel, and I'll be mining this out to get rid of the water so we can continue our continuous tunnel to the taiga biome. So I'm a little bit nervous here, but oh, I forgot to crouch. That's okay. So we're going to box this in, and then I can mine it out, and we'll have ourselves a continuous tunnel. Oh, I've not got any air here. This is bad. Right, mine this out, and we'll be on top of the magma block. Why is that not giving me air? Hello? You're supposed to be giving me air. This is bad. Oh no, can I mine this quick? Mine it quickly. Mine it. Oh, I'm losing health. Oh no, let's go back to the magma block. Why are you not giving me air? What? What? Oh, the magma block hurt me. And there was lag, and oh no, my 31 levels. Why did it hurt me? I was pressing crouch. Maybe it's because of the lag. Why did I not go back home as soon as I got 30 levels? So that was an epic fail. So I've continued mining, and I'm now back on 21 levels. So I found myself a mine shaft here, so hopefully we can get ourselves some more XP. I do not know why that stupid magma block suddenly stopped giving me air. Oh, cave spiders. We're not going down that way. We're not going that way. I'm not losing my levels. Not again. That was just such an epic fail back there. I do not know why the magma block stopped working. Was it because I placed a block above it? Did I disrupt it somehow? That was so frustrating. I should have gone back home as soon as I got 30 levels, but I was like, I'll just mine a bit further. I'll get enough XP to do 2 enchantments. I shouldn't have done that. That was a fail, but there's loads of stuff to get XP here, so all we can do is pick ourselves back up and try and grind it out and get back to 30 levels. So hopefully this mine shaft will give me enough XP to do that. So let's have a look around, and we'll try and be extremely careful here because mine shafts are not the safest place, as we all know. Ooh, there's another big area here. And 2 zombles. We can play peepaw around these wooden posts. I'm happy to do that, if you guys are. Lol. Let's try and get rid of these dudes. Right, that's cool. And we need to light up this area, and there's a minecart chest here. It's always cool to find one of these. Ooh, well, there's a gapple, that's good. We'll grab the golden apple, and we'll take the rails, because the rails are going to be very useful ultimately, because I want to make a rail cart tunnel right along the section that I'm digging out now. As I said, I want to create a track between us and the taiga biome that I found, which is quite a long way away, but I'm up for the challenge, so that will be good. It's not quite as fast as going through the nether, but it should be a quicker way of getting between the 2 areas. There are cave spiders up there. No thank you, I don't want to meet those guys. They are nasty. So let's block that area off, and we'll continue down here. There's some redstone, so we'll grab out the XP here. And we found ourselves some more diamonds. Very nice. I think I'll mine these because I'm never going to find these again, even once I have fortune. So I'm just going to take these guys now. Oh, do I not have enough inventory space for them? Let's get rid of some cobble. There we go. So some nice shiny diamonds. Very nice. So, oh, there's some more iron, so we'll keep on mining out ores. So we're now back on the surface, and as you can see there, I have finally got back to 30 levels. However, the journey to get back to 30 levels wasn't as smooth as I'd hoped, so when I was in that mine shaft, I wasn't actually recording at the time, but I dropped down into another mine shaft, and there were mobs. There were a lot of mobs. There were zombies and there were skeletons, and even though I had a shield while I was trying to deflect the skeleton's arrows, a zombie came and attacked me, and I was on half a heart for quite a while, and I was unable to eat because I couldn't drop my shield, and I died. So I lost all my levels again. I seem to be having quite bad luck with that at the moment. So I thought, oh no, I'm not doing any more mining, it's just not serving me well. So what I did was I came back to the surface and I've done quite a lot of fishing. And this is not AFK fishing, this is just manual grinding it out fishing, like normal fishing. So I have done a lot of this and I have got myself back to 30 levels. So we're going to continue doing this until we're on 31 levels, and we're going to go home and we're going to try and enchant our pickaxe. I figured this was the safest way to build up my levels, as I haven't had much luck mining today. Let's wrap up this fishing session and see what enchantment we get. So we're back home, and first of all I'm going to see what I can do with this fishing rod that I got from fishing. And it has efficiency 3 on it, although it does have curse of vanishing as well. But we're going to see how much it costs to repair that. Right, that's 2 levels, so I'm going to wait on that, and I'm going to enchant my diamond pick first. So, moment of truth, let's see what we get from this. Let's apply this, efficiency 3, will we get anything else? We got fortune 2! That is just what I wanted. I mean, it's not fortune 3, but I'll take fortune 2. That is amazing. That was just what I wanted. Awesome. It's always pot luck when you enchant, but wow. That was brilliant. It kind of made dying all those times and the grind to get back to 30 levels all worthwhile. So next I'm going to combine the 2 fishing rods, and that cost me 2 XP levels, but we now have a much better fishing rod that isn't going to break as quickly. So I'm going to go and put this away for now, and we're now going to move on to the next part of the episode. So in this half of the episode we're going to be doing some building, and I'm just scouting out a potential location for this build. So I don't think I'm going to put it here, I think I'm going to build it a bit further over. And you may be wondering, what is it I'm going to build? And for the longest possible time I have wanted to build a windmill, because I want to surround this area with lots of crops. That's it, even more crops. And I've had inspiration to build a windmill, but not just any kind of windmill. I want to build a Persian style windmill, because we're here in the desert. I am trying to build in a sort of Persian style, and I want the windmill to be in keeping with that. So we're not going to be building the traditional sort of rounded blade style windmill. We're going to build something slightly different here. So I'm going to begin by laying out some foundations for my windmill. I basically want to give myself an idea where I'm going to be building this, and also give myself a rough idea of the size that I'm going to build this. So I'm just putting in a couple of blocks as foundation guidelines, and I tend to do this whenever I build a house. So I took a step back for a moment to look at where I've put the build, and I've noticed this hole in the ground, and I couldn't resist checking it out. Ooh, skellies. This isn't good. We'll deal with these guys. We have a shield. Ow! Although they, as usual, keep shooting me through it. And now we have 2 against 1. Oh, creepers entered the game as well. Put up the shield. He'll deal with one of them. There we go. And now we just need to take care of this guy. It'd be nice if he gave me his bow, but nope, of course not. Right, let's heal up and we'll go and explore this cave a little bit. I can never resist checking out a cave if I see one. I guess this is why I like playing Minecraft. So, ooh, I think there's another daylight area up there, so let's go and check this out. We're going to torch the area up. Oh, there's some iron there. That's cool. So if I light up all these caves, then we won't get quite as many creepy mob sounds. And this comes up in the desert somewhere. Ooh, shall I see where this comes out? Maybe let's just hop up here a bit. Oh, okay, this is where... Oh, right, okay. So I went back down into the cave and followed the other branch, and I found myself a skeleton spawner, which is actually really good news because this is super close to my base, And it's a skeleton spawner, so this is pretty awesome. So for those who know how to make farms, then this is brilliant. Oh, some nice loot as well. There's some music disc there. So I'm going to keep hold of that for sure. So as I was saying, for those who know how to make farms, this would be brilliant news. Now, I don't currently know how to make a farm, but I may do something like this in a future episode. So I may do some research and see if I can build one. So this could be a nice future project. And we'll just collect the bones and another music disc. That's cool. Might take the buckets as well. That might be useful. That's cool. Very nice spoils. So let's stop procrastinating and get back to working on our windmill. Oh, wait a second. What's this? This looks like a quartz block. Let's just clear some of this coal away. We'll take the coal anyway. What is this? Is this a fossil? I've heard there are such things, but I've never actually found one. I think this is a bone block. We've actually found a fossil, guys. That is really cool. Yeah, bone block. We'll have to excavate this at some point. This will be really cool. We'll have to excavate it and see what kind of shape it is. This is really cool. I'm not going to dig the entire thing out now, but I'd like to see a little bit more of it. But wow, this cave is a literal gold mine. I mean, there isn't actual gold here, but this is pretty cool. Oh, is that the spawner? Yeah, that's probably the edge of the spawner. Wow, these two things are really close together as well. Wow, this is super cool. Super cool. So, maybe procrastination, but useful procrastination, I'd say. We've made some pretty cool discoveries here. So, as I was saying, let's just grab a bit more coal and we'll go back to working on our windmill. Another brief interlude before I build the windmill. I now have 32 levels, and before I lose my levels, I'm going to go ahead and enchant a diamond sword, because I really do not want to fall while I'm building and lose my levels. I don't want to risk this. Fortune 2? I'll take it. Nice. So we can combine that pickaxe with our existing fortune pickaxe and get a fortune 3 pick. This is insane. We now have fortune 3. That is a beast of a pick right there. I'm very happy with that. So I didn't want to risk losing my levels, so you'll forgive me for procrastinating a little further on the build, but I'm super happy with that. So maybe next episode we can go and mine a bunch of diamonds and get the most out of all the diamonds that we found, because we now have fortune 3. Awesome stuff. Right, let's go and grab out some resources and make a start on building our windmill. So from the foundations that I laid out earlier, I'm going to start by building a framework. And I nearly always do this when I'm building. Oh, just go and break my knees by jumping down onto this block. And we'll tower up. And let's connect up the frame while we're on top of each of the pillars. So now that I have created the frame for the windmill, I'm going to start filling it in, and I'm doing a border of the standard sandstone at the bottom because I think this will make a good sort of foundation for this building. And you may notice that I have actually made this larger since we began, as I didn't think the building was big enough to support the blade previously, so I decided to expand it a bit. And I've also built a bit of a wall around the perimeter, and I plan to enclose the windmill with a wall because I don't want my hard work getting destroyed by any creepers that live up to their name and creep up on me. I'm not sure if I like that. I might actually change the double layer of the normal sandstone. I think I want to have mostly the plain smooth sandstone here, so I'm going to get rid of that stripe. I kind of think of these as stripes. They're very stripy textures. So I'm actually going to get rid of this layer, and I'm going to take away this single layer of dirt here, and we're going to have the building on a flat level, as I think that's going to look better. So let's just mine out this bit of dirt here. So I've ploughed ahead and made some good progress on this building, and as you can see I have the main frame done, and I've got one section of the building slightly higher than the rest, as this is a kind of detail that I've seen on these windmills. So I've made the framework and I filled in the main part of the walls with smooth sandstone, and I've also used some stairs to create some detailing, including the windows, as I was able to create some very nice shapes using the smooth sandstone stairs. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to fill in the roof. So we're not quite done yet, and we definitely still have to build the sail. So the sail is going to go on the flat part of the roof next to the sort of tower area, so over here where I am now. So I'm just going to keep on filling in the roof using these normal sandstone slabs, and we should be then good to build the sail, which would be very exciting and by far the most difficult part of this build. And I've no idea how this is going to come out either, because I've never built this before, guys. I am literally just building here. I haven't practiced this in a test world or anything. I'm literally just building this as I go, and if something doesn't look right, I just change it. So this is how I like to build. So let's pillar back up to the roof, and let's add in these extra sandstone slabs that I just crafted and fill in the hole in the roof, and we'll also fill in the walls of the tower area. And I'll take this opportunity to show you how I detailed the windows downstairs. So we're just going to fill in the edges with the plain sandstone. I'm just going to get rid of this placeholder block, and we will start to put some detail now. I think I'm just going to have a normal window here, just a small window, and let's walk back around, and in the middle here I'm going to have a ornate window. So I'm just going to put the smooth sandstone on the edges, and then we can make this a little bit narrower. We're working with a 3 wide space, and then, oops, I always manage to put it the wrong way up. When I'm placing stairs, I always put them the wrong way up. And that's the kind of detail I've done on a lot of this build. So I've just put some upside down stairs, and they give a very nice detailed touch to the windows in this building. I really like that, and I think it looks quite sort of Persian-esque. That's the tower area more or less done, so we're almost ready to build the blade, guys. This is really exciting. I've also added in a bit of detailing on the side of the building, so you may notice that I've got some logs sticking out from the side of the building, and we're going to continue this theme inside, as I kind of want to have a supporting framework and some beams protruding from the side of the building, as I think this is a really nice detail, and it's something that I can also use to show that there is something supporting the blade. So I'm going to have a beam from the blade come down inside the actual windmill, and I think I'm going to add in some wooden beam supports on the side, and we can always back away a little bit and see how this looks. I think this looks really nice. It adds a touch of detail. So we have a timber framework supporting the roof in the building, and it'll be something that we can hang the blade on, etc. I think that looks really nice. The next thing I'm going to do quickly is add in a granite floor, as we now have a proper building and I don't really want to keep the grass floor any longer, so I'm just going to mine all this grass out and replace it with a nice granite slabbed floor. There we go. That looks a lot better than having a dirt or grass floor. I think the granite slabs suit the desert extremely well. One more thing I want to do before building the blade is I want to address the detailing on the roof. So currently I just have blocks, and I was looking at my previous houses and I've noticed that I've used stairs to detail them, and I think doing the same here could look better. So I'm going to get rid of the blocks and replace these with stairs, and we'll see what effect this has. So I'm pretty much placing in a stair and then putting another stair in that is facing that stair. So another stair here. Let's jump up and put in a stair, turn around, put in another stair, and repeat the pattern. So put in a stair and then put in another stair, and then we can go and see how this looks. I like that a lot. I prefer that detail to what we had before. I'm not sure about the blocks in the middle, but we can always get rid of that later on. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is build the much anticipated sail on the windmill. So I'm just going to go and grab out some stuff in order to do that. Yeah, I like how that looks. I think it looks a lot better with the stairs. Let's just take another quick look, jump up on this hill, turn around. Yes, I like that a lot. So let's go and build our sail. So I'm going to begin this process by building a tall log pillar, and as you can see I have built this fairly near the edge of the windmill. Ouch! And the reason for doing this is because I need to allow enough space to build the sails, otherwise the sails are going to end up hitting the side of the building and we don't want that. So what I'm doing here is I have climbed to the top of the wooden pillar that we made, and I'm going to add in the sail blades. So I'm using some oak wood fence for this, and we're going to have one on each side of the oak pillar. From each one of these blades we are going to have a pillar of white wool, and this is going to mimic the design of a windmill that I have seen in an old game called Age of Empires, and they had Persian windmills in this game, and the windmills in this game had sort of long and tall blades. They're very different to standard windmills. So what I'm going to do here is make a dirt pillar around, and I'm going to put the wool on the other side. So I'm working my way around the blades here, and I'm going to make each one about 3 or 4 wool blocks tall, and then I'm going to work my way further down the central pillar, and I'm going to add in some more wooden blades, and each of these are going to have more wool attached. I'm aiming to get about 3 lots of the fence blades on this central pillar, but I don't know how many I'm going to have room for. I possibly needed to make this a bit taller, but we'll see how many we can fit. I definitely want 3 of these, so we'll try and space them out enough. And I'm not sure... I haven't put the wool pillars on the ends of the fences. I think they should be on the ends, so I made some modifications, and as you can see I've now worked my way down to the base of the windmill, and I'm putting in the second of the lots of blades, and let's just extend that one out a bit. Ow! This is the problem with doing builds like this. I always end up falling off the roof. Every time. At least I have a ladder now. This is something. I don't have to pillar up with dirt the entire way, but this is very near the edge, so let's just be careful here. And I'm going to add in some more wool. This is good. So I'm liking how this is looking so far, but we'll continue adding wool. I'm just going to make those a bit lower. the problem is I don't think I'm going to have enough space to add in another blade, and I want at least 3. I think I could have done with making this thing a bit taller, but not that much taller. I wouldn't want to add a whole new blade on the top. I think adding an extra blade on top would make this thing too tall in proportion to the rest of the building, so we'll just work with what we have and try and fit in another blade. I might need to make the wall sections a little bit shorter, as otherwise they will scrape the floor or the roof of the mill, and I don't want that. So I'm now adding in the final set of blades, and I think I've managed to adjust the height of the other blades in order to accommodate one final blade. Another bit of detail I'm going to add is a continuous bit of oak fence going up the entire pillar, and I think that is going to add a nice touch of detail. I'm going to fill in a few bits of the blades that I've missed, so as you can see they're not all quite the same height. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expand these out, so I don't want them to just be single bits of wool. I'm going to put fans on these, so I'm going to add another layer, maybe even 2 layers of wool going out from the sides of these diagonally, because I want the blades to be a bit more substantial. So as you can see here, I'm using some dirt and I am building out a bit further, so we're making the blades bigger because the blades need to be able to catch the wind, and at the moment they are not very substantial, so I'm widening them a bit and I'm going to make them a bit higher. Another thing I'm debating is whether to join up the blades, so I'm going to try this and see if I prefer it, because I'm not sure if I like the single blades. I think the design that I am basing this on used one big continuous blade, and this is what I've created here, and I think I like this. I may change it up in the future, but I think I like that. As you can see, I've created a sort of tapered design, so the bottom is a bit narrower and then the middle is wider, and then it tapers off again at the top a little. I'm not sure if this is quite what I was expecting to create, but I'm happy enough with it for now, and I can always tweak it in the future. And I definitely think it resembles the original Age of Empires Persian style windmill that I was hoping to emulate. Let's pillar up so we can see from this angle. Yeah, I'm kind of pleased with this. And we've certainly accomplished a lot in this episode. This has been a megasode, but I haven't released an episode for a little while, so I decided to make this one slightly longer. So guys, that's going to be it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you have, please do consider liking and subscribing, and if you do subscribe, please do hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload future episodes. As I said previously, I haven't had that many views on this series, so it's only going to be an occasional series, although I may do another one episode fairly soon, as I do have a couple of plans and things that I want to do, including go to the Nether. So guys, that's going to be it for today. I will see you next time. This is Agent XP. Thank you for watching. TTFN.